So when I go for a run in the morning, always it seems when I return, Ada is starting her online class. And I'm all sweaty and I have to basically say hello to everybody online.
My husband's like live streaming, so don't take all my internet. Hey, this is Ada.
And this is Stefan.
And welcome to Living Simply in Mexico.
Yeah, and this is going to be a different one today. We're sort of a little awkward about it, right?
Yeah. Okay. Number one, we don't monetize this channel because we really have done this as a way to share our experiences. But that being said, this is actually, we talked about this house. One of the major reasons why we got this house was actually for me to be able to do some of the activities that I do for a living.
Yeah, exactly. So simply we wanted to talk about a retreat that Ada's doing here in the near term. And you know what? You don't have to go to it. We're not.
No.
But there's limited spots. But if you are interested in this, we'd love to have you go on and to join us here, right?
Well, let's just start with this, is that if people ask, like, what is my favorite time of year? What's my favorite holiday? Both of us would say
Dia de Los Muertos, primarily because it's something we don't get in the United States. It's really awesome from a art perspective. It remembers our relatives that have passed, which I think is just amazingly awesome. So by far, Dia de los Muertos.
my favorite holiday by far is coming down here during the Dia de los Muertos celebrations. And I love that it's actually celebrating more of life versus mourning death. And so with that is my favorite holiday, and something we do not have anything that touches that in the United States. It is just hands down the most festive, unique experience that I've had and I'm not a holiday person. I'm kind of like, eh. But there's an energy that is really, really great.
All right, it's that time of year in Puerto Vallarta.
This is something that I'm like, what a great way to kind of kick off during a retreat, is actually doing something where you get to experience that with us.
So it's 7 days, right? Mm-hmm. Right, and so
October 27th through November 3rd.
Very cool, and so I'll be here too. I'll be doing some other stuff. I won't be then the whole thing, but I'll definitely. If anybody wants to drink a beer by the pool, I'll be there. I'll be with you.
Stefan's the bonus part of the retreat. He's part of the free time. He'll probably go down to the beach with you and people watch and
exactly.
So basically, we'll do 1 or 2 movement classes, something in the morning, something optional in the afternoon. Late afternoon, and then, like I said, we'll have some guided activity that we do, whether it's actually doing some urban hiking or doing some looking at what locally is happening.
Ada has her own physical therapy business. She has a brick and mortar business up in the States. She also has an online a wellness site that people go to, which is really cool. She's a doctor of physical therapy and Pilates educator and all this other stuff. So she does a lot of things with a wide variety of people. For me, if I were to look at this, sometimes it's a bit intimidating because you don't know who you're going to be with.
You don't have to be a Pilates person.
You don't have to be.
I call it movement for a reason.
But I do think, though, and this just goes in general, where we live, you have to be somewhat fit, right? With steps and things of that nature. Our house has steps. Our other house has 70 steps, right?
Right.
So that's one thing, is you got to be definitely mobile, but you don't have to be a super athlete by any means. Basically, the evenings we may be doing some, but it'll be less formal. You can do whatever you want.
Right. We can reconvene on the Malecon for stuff, because you know what, they do a lot of performances and such during that week. The Malecon is decorated.
Yeah. Katrina's and a friend is, and it's really cool. And I think the Isla Cuale, I know that we're involved a little bit with helping the Isla Cuale out, and I know that they're going to have a bunch of ofrendas down on the Isla too, so it's really going to be a super festive environment.
And then there's the parade. It's a fun experience. And then having free time in the afternoon, and then dinner on your own. There's some of you guys that might be foodies. I'm not a foodie, and when people recommend to me foodie restaurants, I'm not very excited by
I'll go with you.
You know, but some of you guys may really like that. There's some of you guys that are like, hey, where's that taco truck that has the best fish tacos ever? That's where I'm going, right?
Any other questions that you can think of that people may want to know about?
Yeah, you know, if you think, if you're a little intimidated because you don't do Pilates, and I'm a Pilates teacher and our classes will be sort of Pilates inspired, once again, all that means Pilates is just movement. It's just intelligent movement. So we will do an intelligent movement class or classes so that you're moving where you should move when you're doing what you're going to do. It's going to be small. It's actually kind of the more...
No more than 10, right?
No more than 10, absolutely not. So we've got some people signed up right now, but once again, we just wanted just to share that with you because you guys have a little different experience with us.
Well, exactly.
My clientele is used to seeing me through the eyes of a educator and the eyes of a therapist. You guys are used to seeing us through the eyes of like, hey, here's maintenance and house stuff, and here's Puerto Vallarta. And so it's kind of this strange fusion of the two. And yeah, if you're interested in that, we just wanted to share, not leave you out of it, because I've been telling my people, but I'm like, oh, you know what, you guys might be interested. So just note that don't feel guilty. It's just that we just wanted to share it because it might be something interesting.
Well, I think too, on this, number one is you truly, you get to see our lives really upfront and personal. I don't know if you could handle that, but that's what it'll be. And then also too, and I, being married with Ada all these years, one thing that I really appreciate is sort of the mindfulness about health as you get older. And so, my thought is if you're going through that, Ada probably gave you some really interesting tips on how to stay healthy as you age, because we're deeper into our 50s now. And anyway, that'll probably be of interest to some folks too. So
yeah,
that's it. Anything else?
Like, subscribe, and if you're interested, I'll put the link below to where you can actually get more information. And then if you're interested, there's a little I'm interested thing, and you can send that to me, and I'll connect with you to make sure that like you're good with this, and then I'll send you the link. Yeah,
and after it gets booked up, I'll probably put something in the notes here on the YouTube channel. So if it's booked up, we'll let you know via that mechanism, and then yeah, I'm sure there'll be ones in the future too if you can't attend.
Yeah, I mean this definitely for this one, and this has much more of a cultural element, but I mean, there's going to be one I'm going to do in February, late February, early March. That's going to be where I'm going to bring a little bit of Mexico to you. We have so much talent nearby that we've talked about that are in our neighborhood that I want to bring them here because I have friends and people that would love to come down here, but they can't go tromping up and down all the hills. So if you can do the stairs to get in and up and down our house, you're fine here. But, you may not necessarily have, the endurance or ability to do that easily. So I want to create a little something to that effect. So once again, this is what I do.
This is our evolution, I guess. So we'll see how it goes. And we're matching today. This is kind of weird.
Go with it.
All right. Take care, everybody.
All right. We'll see you later.
Oh, one thing we forgot to mention is do check out our Facebook page, Living Simply in Mexico. The reason for that is we do have meetups if you want to do something very casual. If you catch us in time, was it Sunday the 11th, we're going to have another meetup. So all the information is in the Facebook group.